MK on today.
That's right. Moomin and Ngenge.
Moomin and Ngenge.
That's a good African name.
A young entrepreneur, and we're listening to one of her songs. Hi, Moldy Cheese. How you doing? Thank you for coming on and visiting us. Hey there, M Street 934. How are you doing? We're listening to MK right now. She's got a great voice. You'll know her and remember her from some of her background singing, but she's doing a solo album here, and this is her single called Covered, which is, I really like it. What a voice. But I think what's happening right now with younger singers and stuff, they're smart about being total entrepreneurs, so it's very cool.
Well, which way? I mean,
well, they're doing more than just music. I think they're doing all kinds of businesses. They see fashion, just everything, and so it's very exciting. So this is MK's song called Covered.
Covered, okay.
Yeah, Covered.
That's good.
And hi, William V60. And okay, we've got MJ coming on right now. MK's coming on right now as we're listening to her song. Angela Miller, my mom, Taxi.
Wow.
Oh, girl. Sir.
You guys yet? Let me see what's going on. Hey.
You're looking so cute, girl. I mean, you would.
Hey,
yeah,
y'all.
they call themselves twins.
Yeah, look at that. That's nice.
Isn't that cute?
Love that.
Mookie. I mean, is it okay if I say Mookie or MK?
Yes. You can say whatever you want. You're the boss lady. Say it.
Because sometimes I get, I know Mookie, but I wanted to show everybody this purse. Ooh. This purse is important because it's from this designer. I don't know him. He didn't pay me. His name is Brandon Blackwood. And on the front of this one, a black purse designer, it says, "End systemic racism." That's what it's saying right here. You can't really read it completely.
Love that. I've seen those.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little late, I might be a little late on it, but girl, it is so good to see you.
Yes.
As you can see, if you look, I call them twins. When I first met MK, I ran up to her and I said, "You remind me of my daughter." And Shami, come close, and you guys can see they have a lot.
Come on, twin. Come on, twin.
Hey, twin. Hey, twin.
Yes,
we got on our ears.
You can do that too. Okay.
Excuse me. Well, I wrote something about you, my dear.
Okay.
So I want you to hear it.
I would love to.
Moomin and Ngenge. Did I say that right?
It's Moomin.
Moomin.
There you go.
Moomin and Ngenge, now known as MK, is a modern day talent, actress, author, influencer, singer, songwriter. MK is a force to be reckoned with. Always a woman thinking out of the box, she has gone from background singer to an advocate for diversity in the world of voiceovers. How about that? And all things Disney. I first met Mookie, as I fondly call her, and most of the people I know Mookie, but MK as well. We finally call her that, but she reminded me so much of my daughter, Shami. And so they call each other twins. Shami and her both have the sense of grace. And MK has a playful characterization on stage that I personally had never seen in faith-based music. And so it's just exciting to me. Friends, I want you to welcome someone who's like a daughter to me, even though I haven't talked to her in a while. None other than MK.
She wants to just say Mookie.
Yeah,
I know. I saw her like Moo. Okay, it's okay.
We'll call you MK. We got you, MK.
Okay.
We got you.
So, girl, you're looking fabulous. I have never seen you not pulled together, darling.
Oh, I try. I always got to be ready.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
Yellow.
So we're so excited to have you on, and I'm always interested in young women, especially, and how they're navigating the businesses that they're doing. And I was so curious to talk to you to see how you were doing these days and what you were doing, my darling.
Yes.
And tell us why you changed from Mookie that I know to your full African name, which I think is fabulous, Mumin. So that, I guess that's your true name, Mumin. And so I want to know about your childhood and how you came to be the person you are
your
now.
journey to now.
Yeah.
So can I start backwards? Can we start with the name?
Yes.
Okay. So Mumin is my grandmother's name. So I am named after my grandmother on my father's side, who happens to be West African. We are from Cameroon.
Okay.
So I got that name from her. So I wear it with such honor. It means a lot to me. And it actually means, in the actual Muslim language, it actually means believer.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And so I've taken that one because I love the meaning of that. And so it means believer. And then my sister, I have an older sister, she started calling me Mookie when I was younger. And from there, a lot of people in the industry picked it up. And then Byron started calling me Mook Star. And I said, it has a ring to it. We'll keep it. And then I went from there. Yes. No, Byron is like one of the first people that ever took me on the road. So Byron is seriously like gave me the blessing to really be released in the industry and just has covered me up until this point throughout my career. Totally.
Wow. So tell me, we've been talking about it a lot, and I've been on Clubhouse listening, and there's a whole thing about Blacks and their identity. Now, Claude is from Haiti. I'm African American, and you're African. I guess you would say.
So that's actually good, right? So it's my father, but I still don't just say that I'm African. I actually say like African American. I was raised in the States. My mother is from Goldsboro, North Carolina.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a mix of two worlds.
African Naomi Campbell kind of a.
I'll take it.
You know.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Yes. Let's go there. And but you know, I was wondering that there's this whole thing now about ADOS, which is African American diversity. African American descendants of slaves. Excuse me.
It's for reparations. So how you identify people that qualify for reparations.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so I was wondering, you know, this is an interesting story. My husband and I went to church, and I think we've told this before, to a Haitian church. And they said that Claude and I were in a mixed marriage because I was African American and he was Haitian. And then the other mixed marriage was this blonde with this Haitian guy. And I was, you know, we were right there with the pastor, and I said, did he just say we were in a mixed marriage?
Where do they come up with this stuff?
Right.
I don't know.
It's a very different perspective. Their perspective is, you know, the ethnic grouping, you know, your Haitian identity. So outside of that, you're in a mixed marriage. Even when we're in South Africa, because, you know, I'm talking to this young man, he was, you know, really dark skinned, and he said he was mixed. And I said, what do you mean you're mixed? Because, you know, he was part Zulu and something else.
Kosa or something like
right.
that.
So he was a mixed tribe, and so they called him mixed. And sometimes, you know,
from a tribal perspective, they thought it was funny.
Well, no, it was serious because some tribes didn't accept it because he was mixed.
Wow.
And so, yeah, different things. Same thing we found in a little different, like in Ghana. So it's a different perspective of identity.
Yeah.
From American.
Is your dad here, or is
he is here for the first time in about 15 years? He's back in the States.
Oh wow! So what's that like? How's that like for you?
So many things it's like. So I, you know, he left when I was about 16. He went to take a job at the African Development Bank, which is a really big deal. And, you know, just he had an amazing experience there.
Wow.
And so I went through high school. So, wow, there you go. As a successful man, I guess that meant a lot. We allowed him to do it because I got a great amount of money for my tuition everywhere I went up, you know, that whole time. So I was like, you know, we'll release you to do that. Amen. You're taking care of your family. But I didn't have my father all throughout those years. Some of those years were super important, especially as a woman. You know what I mean? Developing and stuff. And so he came back about a year ago, and it was amazing. You guys, it was like Christmas for like the first 3 or 4 or 5 months, because, you know, it had been so many years where I was not able to see him. I was kind of seeing him maybe once a year, if that. And so that was, you know, difficult. And so I felt really blessed that he was in great health, and, you know, that he was back in the States and that I would get to see him. And so he's doing well. He's amazing.
Have you been to Cameroon?
I have.
Girl, what's that like, Cameroon? I mean, what's that all about?
Well, first of all, it's gorgeous, and I'm not just saying that because it's in my blood, but it's, you know, it's gorgeous. I had traveled to a lot of other countries in Africa singing background, you know, we went to Nigeria quite a bit. Never went to Cameroon for that. But when I went, I guess it's like that feeling when you go and you see you. You know, even from a complexion state, my mom is light skinned, gorgeous with freckles, red and brown hair down her back. And so growing up, people thought I was adopted.
Oh, girl.
You know, getting, I mean, you know, well, adopted, and can't nobody say my name. I was skinny, wore glasses, I had hair all over my body. I mean, it was a lot, okay? God did a lot of things. Amen. And so I just came into myself. But
there's only one
difficult. You. Yeah. You know, that was quite difficult with that whole, you know, complexion thing, which I know that we're going to talk about. Yeah. But I had to deal with that. That was a part of the.
So now in Cameroon, I did, you know, like in Ghana, the main tribe is Ashanti.
Yeah.
And so if you weren't Ashanti, there was, you know, it was second class kind of thing going on. But in Cameroon, is it, you know, because Ashanti used to rule that whole area.
Wow, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, Ashanti. In fact, Ashanti was the ones that said.
Ashanti.
Well, Ashanti.
That's his Haitian.
It's okay. Y'all saw me nodding? Yeah, we're going with it.
One that sent my peoples to slavery, you know, in America.
Well, but it's
kind of true. Well, that's true.
Yeah,
they were, you know, we know the whole history. But, you know, it's different now. But, yeah, they were ruling that whole area. They were in the slave trading business.
Wow.
So what is your dad's ethnic group or tribe?
Okay, Benchwa.
Benchwa.
Yeah.
Benchwa. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and I was just saying how absolutely beautiful it was. I got to meet a chief when I went. They did like this whole like dedication service. I wasn't allowed to look at him or touch him. So that was unique. And then there's some wine that grows on trees. They did this whole ceremony. I had to drink the wine out of my hands, and he did a blessing over me and my eldest uncle, and I was the only woman allowed in his presence. Me and my grandmother. She passed away a few months ago, but then she was living. We were the only two allowed in his presence. And if you were a guy and you were in his presence, you had to turn your hat backwards because it was considered disrespectful. It was so many, you know, cool things. I felt like it was my own.
It's very different.
Yeah.
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 You have to acknowledge and respect that. That's just
Totally.
the way they do that thing. Yes.
Totally.
So, girl, what did you wear for that?
Well, they said I was just walking around looking like a little Rihanna meets Africa, and I was okay with it. Like, you know, we always got to add our own thing in, you know. So I think I was shaved on the side then with a blue bob. And these people were looking at me in the village like, what in the world
is she doing? You just went for it right in the village. You had to be you, right?
Why not?
When you were doing that, was your father around with you at that
time? So the
or?
great thing is he met me there.
Yeah, okay. So
I really wanted that experience with him. Yes, sir. That was a big deal for him to be there and be able to introduce me to everybody. And, You know, my father and my uncles have put money to make sure that there's running water in the village. And, you know, that was really, really awesome to know what my family is doing in the community, you know, even there. And so that was really, really cool. My father is building a school there. And so they're really involved in trying to make sure that they give back. There was I remember I took a nap in a room and I woke up and I saw on a sticky note when I rolled over, to-do list, and it said, kill fatted calf for Mumin's welcome home. And I was like, wait, is this like real? And that was a part of one of my welcome gifts. They slaughtered a calf in the front yard. I decided I didn't want any parts. I said, I'll be in the house when you guys finish. And people came to eat the fresh meat and to greet me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's amazing.
wow.
Yeah.
That is an incredible story. That's incredible. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I want to go back a little. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this thing called colorism. And, you know, I think we've gotten into it just a little bit, how that has really affected you. You know, that I don't know how I feel about that with a light-skinned mom with freckles and your father, I guess, is dark-skinned, and just the way the country is. I know you were telling me a story once that you have to tell me again about your aunt and bleaching creams and all that.
A family member come in town, and, you know, we went to a CVS. I love products. I was like, let's go. And there was a question asked like, hey, where can I get, you know, some skin bleaching products? And I thought I misunderstood her, because I was like, I didn't even know that was really, really like a thing. And this woman is already light-skinned. So I was like,
really?
Wow. You know, like, you know, it wasn't like she was my complexion. And so, you know, I just was telling her, like, I wouldn't even really know what to tell you. That's not really what I do. And I was even saying, like, can we talk about this later? I would love to know what's going on with that. What's that all about? And I'm hearing that in certain countries, Nigeria being one of them, that it's really, really popular. It's really popular.
Yeah, I know. There was even what the girl that married the Kardashian guy, what's her name? Black China.
She was skin bleaching.
Skin bleaching cream that was huge in Africa.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Well, you know, it's not just in
Seeing the
Africa.
skin
Asia,
too.
Asia has it, you know, so when you have
India has it.
India, because, you know, there's a whole segment of India, they're really dark skinned, and they're really part of the untouchables and all that stuff. And so people are trying to, the very strong caste system there. So it's really sad that people feel that by changing the color of your skin, somehow you'll be better. And so
that makes you more beautiful. And again, you want to approach conversations like that in a sensitive, you know, manner. I didn't want to be offensive with my response. Like, girl, what are you talking about? But I was taken back. And then I heard that it burns.
Yeah, it causes sores, it burns, and if it has a certain amount of something in it, maybe someone can tell us what that is that they put in the creams. But I think the number one place is for bleaching creams is either India or Korea. I'm not sure which one, but that's where the most is sold. So yeah, it's something I hope we get out of. But girl, I want to go back a little bit to your singing career. First of all, for those that heard, I'm trying to say MK instead of Mookie, but I'm trying to respect you, but Mookie, you're Mookie.
Call me Mookie.
we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Okay.
So, I met you were with Ty Tribbett, but
Yes.
you've done background with a lot of folks. Tell us all about that. Your voice is incredible, so I'm glad you're starting to do solo work more now. So
Totally, yes.
Tell us all about it.
So, like I said, I started with Byron Cage.
I didn't know that.
Yes, actually, Ty borrowed me from Byron. He said, "Hey, can I get her real quick?" And it turned into over 10 years. So that was a long borrowing. But you know, we did it. We were all at the same church then, and so it really, really, worked out. I've sang with Stevie Wonder. I've done stuff with Kanye West. I've done things with Kimberell. Definitely, I've done things with James Fortune. I've had the opportunity to work with really some of the greatest. And then when it comes to styling, I've done some work with Tasha Cobbs for some television, appearances and things like that. And so I've had some really, really great experiences. Seriously, I had a girl group a few years ago, and we opened up at the Howard Theater for Berry Gordy at the Supremes. That was a lot of fun too. You know, right in front of his face. I was trying to get the best shoulders that I could because I was like, it's Berry Gordy.
Who were you, girl?
Yes, I was Diana. Yes. Oh gosh, yes.
Vicky has a cousin who has a show.
Her name is Stacy.
Yeah, she does it
all over the world.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, maybe you guys should get together and talk sometime.
Yes.
She does a show. They travel doing that.
That music, guys, will never get old.
Yeah.
Oh,
It will never get old. I love it.
But you know what? If you look at Diana Ross and the Supremes, when they first started, they were actually, in my interpretation anyway, they were copying, especially with the wigs, they were copying the Clara Ward singers.
Oh, that's the T, huh?
That's the
Honey,
that's
they
the
did that
T.
with the long dresses, with the the long sleeves coming way down here. Excuse me. And 2 and 3 wigs on. Yes, honey. That was the
Hold on. They were layering.
Oh, okay.
They were layering the wigs.
Yes, darling.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
You had to get that shape in.
So styling secrets.
Yes. And the mother, I don't know what her name was, but I remember she always had black hair with like a gray piece in it, like Cruella de Vil or something, darling. Yes.
Vibes.
Yes,
Okay.
they were doing it. I want to stop for a minute just to remind everybody, in case you're just coming in, that this is called Fitable Talks, and we're talking
with
to
MK.
With MK. Yes, about this fabulous, wonderful woman entrepreneur and the incredible things that you're doing today. But girl, I always have a session where I like to get a little messy.
Okay. Oh, where's the tea bag?
So I'm gonna get a little messy.
Oh God.
Now, I've been seeing faith-based women, including some that might be in the car.
Oh, it's okay, twin. I got you. I got you.
That fashion is changing now. I'm starting to see cleavage.
Yes.
Very tight pants, tight skirts.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
Not like it is now.
It's changing.
Yeah, it's changing. And I was just wondering, when have we, as a faith-based, or maybe you don't feel we've gone too far, but you got to explain this to me. Even some of your clients with the really tight pants up in the pulpit, girl, explain.
Okay, so this is a pretty topic because I agree with you. Yeah, this is kind of like a new trend, and I've talked to different people to kind of see where we landed. I'll use myself as an example, as a new influencer whose brand is connected to the faith-based community, and as well as Disney, which is a children's friendly, light, industry business. I went to the spa the other day, and I wanted to share my spa experience, talk to people about self-care and the importance of taking time out of your day. Y'all, I went back and forth on if this picture was too much, if it wasn't. I actually went to a lot of major female preachers who we know to their pages to see, like, have they posted any bathing suits lately? Like, do they post, what is kind of.
So, girl, you had on a bathing suit? You posted a bathing suit?
No, just wanted to give the example of how much skin are we showing, period. So I just had the little, like, towel thing going, laying in the, room where you get the massage. That's it. Had my little 2 thumbs up, and I said, okay. I put it up. I was going back and forth, like, I don't know what people are going to say. And people had things to say. Like,
girl, what were they saying?
Hey, naked.
Naked? Okay.
How we get from here to there?
So I was like, okay, but again, I was in my head like, okay, maybe my brand doesn't like represent that, because that's another thing. Like your brand and what you set your audience up to be okay with. And so, we can't, be excited about all the followers we have and all the people who are into what we're into, and then at the same time be upset if we do shift things or we do present something that people are not used to. You may have to give your audience time to kind of, transition over there with you. So I do kind of try to take that in mind. At the same time, I don't want to be a slave to the people. Like,
Right.
you know, the people are going to always have, you know, something to say. And so I'm trying to figure out what is worse, skin tight or cleavage, because both of them can be considered risky. And so I've seen outfits with certain gospel artists who have super fitted things on, and I feel like there's still a level of grace and class
Yes.
to it. If you have a shape, you have a shape. What are you going to do? Wear muumuus
Right.
all the time in trash bags?
That's
Like,
what
it's
they want.
Maybe you should come up a little bit closer so everybody can see.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's difficult. Like, how do you appease, you know what I mean, everybody? And it's like, okay, I don't want to be a temptation to the brethren. Well, what if the brethren's weak? What could I, you know, I'm just trying to embrace my femininity, because I often believe that it really is about the heart posture, and it's about the intention behind the photo or the intention behind the outfit. I know women who may wear fitted clothes, who may have boobs all out and are the most modest as far as their personal life. And then I got other young ladies who have, you know, connected with the entire neighborhood and they're all covered with loose clothing on. So it's like we can't just go off of that. You know, and like my twin, she's art. She's a walking piece of art.
Yeah, because
So,
your twin
you know,
will.
yeah.
And look, I'm not in the faith-based industry, in my opinion.
Okay.
My parents may have a gospel, you know, background,
You should come up closer.
Yeah.
but that's not me. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I paint nudes.
Yeah.
I have an expression that I feel has taken a long time for me to just be comfortable in, because of me feeling people telling me that it's feels like not making me feel good about myself. I'll just say that in the most respectful way.
Yeah.
And I've decided not to be a slave to that. Now, if you don't like that, you don't have to be on my page. You can go to my mom's page, go to somebody else's page. I'm gonna do what I want.
I mean, she's grown. She's grown, so
I'll be 40 this year, and I'll continue to do whatever I want to do.
You will, girl. You look good.
Thanks, babe. Thanks.
You know, let me just throw a comment in, because I think you know, we put a lot of you know, we're gonna say onus on the women. But you know, men have a role in this thing as well too, and they have to take care. You know, they have to be men and lead in the situation, and so not everything, you know, is necessarily has to be bad unless the man is bad. You know, so, so you have to take that into consideration. Some people are critical because they don't trust themselves. So you know, you have.
Where's
to
the offering plate? Where's the cash at? Because
I'm like, who's this? Is this my father?
Yeah, I like all of that.
Assumption that because you dress a certain way, and I'm not saying like you have to be totally covered up to mean that you have this certain type of relationship with God, or that you're out here, you know, living a certain way, even in your singleness. Like that doesn't. It's a wrong perception.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and also the definition of modesty is changing a little bit in different cultures. Is different.
That's
so
good.
In some cultures you can be naked and you're modest. In other cultures it's different. So you have to be kind of see what's going on. So it's very, you know, like you said, you know, there's things happening now, but we got to take it all in. And but like I said, it's on both sides. That's all.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but and then on the other hand, and this is getting into another topic. You're obviously quite gorgeous, and you have a figure where you can wear a lot of things. Our girlfriend Tan just came on. Hey, Tan. If you saw Tan, you would love her. Maybe one day we'll have you meet. She worked with Louis Vuitton and all that. And she's a designer. And she is
hey, queen.
at all times. But how do you navigate?
Just say one thing. She's so fabulous. She's a minister. Her ministerial clothes are fabulous.
That's what I'm saying.
Even her pulpit clothes. Okay.
No, do that.
So I'm just saying, she comes in. I said, girl, she's wearing a cassock, but you look at that cassock.
It don't look like a regular, like, yeah.
Okay.
She has it designed for her.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no.
That's a shout out to Ted.
Yeah. How do you navigate being, you know, super attractive? You are. We can't say you're not. And, you know, how do you deal with this, especially with dating? I'm so curious about young people and dating.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a lot of dots. Yeah, it's been a challenge, mostly because I've dealt with a lot of guys being intimidated about approaching me because I have so many things going on, you know, with the businesses, and more than that, being connected to a lot of successful big brothers in the industry who are wealthy and who are successful. And it's been that way my entire life. I can't, you know, help that. And so I'm just going to have to find that man that's strong enough that can handle it. Because what I won't do is settle again. I've settled a few times. And the worst thing ever is when you have this big personality and you have all these things to offer, and you attract a man who acts like he can handle it, but really he is intimidated by you. Yeah, I've played those type of games where you go into a room and you're really trying to like tone it down or try to, you know, not even be yourself, because you can just feel his energy like, yo, chill, I can't take it. And it's like, wow, I'm muting myself. You know, I'm not, you know, being able to be all of me. And so it's been a challenge. Like it's been a challenge.
would you ever think about dating outside of your race?
I sure would. I would think about it tonight. I would think about it tomorrow. Yes, especially in Italian. The food would be amazing. They look amazing. Yes, yeah, I wouldn't mind. And that's probably because of my parents. Again, having a West African father, and I had a mom who was super duper into all cultures. Obviously, she married an African. So I was exposed to a lot of culture. You know what I mean? So I love it. I appreciate it all. And like I said, I was exposed to a lot of different things.
Yeah, that's incredible. But tell me more about this whole. You're an influencer, and what is it that you're influencing? You've got some great numbers on Instagram and YouTube and all that. Tell me a little bit more about that, and why you got. I'm always curious about why people become influencers. So tell me more about that.
Well, can I be completely honest with you guys?
Yes, dog.
Okay, I fell into the influencer world like by accident. I looked up and I was like, oh, I'm an influencer, you say? Okay, I'll go with it. I say that because I've loved talking to people and sharing things with people and telling people where they could get the sales from and telling you where I got this eye cream from forever. Before it became popular, before it became trendy, before we could get paid for it. So now that we can get paid for it, I'm like, sign me up. Yes, I'll take my name, you know, no problem. But I just really love connecting with people. I mean, I've just always wanted to just help. Girl, you can get these shoes from here, or what? Your knee is hurting. I got this cream. Let me tell you where I got this cream from. You know, I think, you know, this thing about community, I think this is what it's about. And I love that. I love being able to help people and have those type of conversations. So, you know, after you get to a certain number or follower count with these social media platforms, and your engagement is to a certain level, you can then cross over to that world. And it's really about, have I gained the trust of my followers? Exactly. And if I get on there today and say, this apple is one of the greatest apples ever. I know this doesn't look like an apple, but I've built your trust for you to say that if I say it's an apple, it's an apple. This is the apple you need. And from there, I can get people who will literally say, we trust her. We trust her brand. She doesn't put her name on everything. She's serious about it. Hey, I want to go get that apple. And more than that, connecting it to the brand. You know, that's one of the biggest things I've learned. I love home decor, but that's not really like what my page is about. So that's a far reach versus if I said, hey, I use a play microphone at home to do my voiceover reel. People would buy, you know what I mean? Because they're like, oh my gosh, we love her voiceover reels. And maybe if I buy that mic, I'm going to sound like her. I don't know. That's not my problem. But you can try. You know?
Yes. That is so funny. So you're into this whole influencer thing. But I think what is amazing me most about you right now is your advocacy in the area of diversity in the voiceover world. Tell me more about, that's something I don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Voiceovers. tell us about your journey into voiceovers.
Okay, so I started doing these Disney clips a few years ago, and they went viral a few times. The last time was last year on the Shade Room. And what happened was, during this whole pandemic, a lot of things have happened with race and in our community and colorism and every other ism. There's a lot going on, and Black actors and actresses begin to post things on social media platforms saying, hey, if you are an illustrator or an animator looking for a Black voiceover actress or actor, I'm the one. I mean, famous people who are wealthy, famous, already made it, and people were booking jobs right and left because the industry was so thirsty and hungry to diversify their casting, the people they were connecting to, giving people opportunities, making sure there were more equal, opportunities for everybody. And so it was like, wide open. And so I posted this video that I put up a few years ago of me doing a song from The Little Mermaid called Part of Your World. And it went viral again. And I think the biggest thing about it going viral, well, I could just say this. I know you all agree. There's so much talent out here these days. I mean, everybody can sing. So many actors, there's so many designers. I think what made my these little moments different was I was combining a lot of genres in one. And so, again, I think this background that I discussed with my father being West African and my mother being this and my mother being that, it influenced even my sound and what I was exposed to musically. And so I found myself connecting these Disney medleys to like these gospel, inspirational chants and inspirational songs. And I think that's what did it. And I started preaching basically through Disney princesses, telling people this is what God is saying through Snow White. If you really want to know what he's saying, he's talking about be careful of people who offer you this, just things that God was really, I would hear it, literally like, hey, what can we learn from this character? And I started posting it, sharing it, and people loved it. And I think just because it was different.
Wow, that is terrific.
I love it.
What do you think about the controversy, for example, with Ariel? What's the young lady's name?
Chloe. Is it Chloe or Hailey? Which one is it's the sisters? I don't remember which one.
I want to say it's
Hailey
Chloe,
or Hailey. Chloe.
But
okay.
It might be Hailey now that I'm
okay. Yeah, so there's two of them. Yeah, and then one got the role. I thought that was really tough that she had
Let's
to do.
talk about what that was.
Okay. So I think it was during the pandemic as well. They casted for the live action version of The Little Mermaid. Disney has done a few live action reenactments of some of their biggest films. And they decided to do that. And it's probably around the same time of what I'm discussing, people trying to diversify and give people opportunities. She got casted as Ariel. And, we were really excited. I know a lot of people were excited. People who not just Black were excited. It's just, she's a great talent, period. Like, and I think people just looked at it and didn't see color first. They saw great talent, great personality. She'll give us, the essence of who Ariel is. But she dealt with so much backlash online. There were so many pages created. A lot of terrible things were said, foolish things. I saw one comment that said, why can't we just have our classics? Like, give them another movie. I was like, them?
Yeah.
First of all, what do we have? We have Tiana, who wasn't even a human the entire movie. God bless her. Yeah, her prince is not Black. He's something else. No. You know what I mean? So it's not like we had a whole African-American family or Black family. Didn't. Yeah, we had the Lion King. They're animals. But I'm saying that was in Africa. We don't have anything.
We don't have anything.
Yeah, so for us to have a moment where we show a different version of Ariel, and there was all of that, I was like, wow, that was disheartening. I hated that you had to experience that.
And there was a lot of racist imagery that was like, they took some of the Jim Crow images and put it on top of Ariel as her face during that time too. Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah, really bad.
Wow. It's something about
that. But that's just how intense the racism still undergirds a lot of our, a lot of stuff that goes on.
Very true.
But what were you saying?
No, I was just going to say the blessing is I haven't really experienced a lot of that. And I have a following that is really, really mixed. So I have all races of people who have encouraged me, who've loved up on me on this journey. I feel blessed by that. I haven't really dealt with a lot of that. you know, personally, and I'm grateful for it. My eyes are open though. I have to be aware, you know what I'm saying, of what's going on. And I don't know, you know, if there were things that maybe were close to being offered to me, but maybe it was shifted because of my complexion or because of what I'm not sure. But what I will say is my support has been super duper diverse. And I really do have to say that. I have Caucasian cast directors and producers who have been very kind to me and have pushed me and have reposted my stuff and everything else. And so it's not everywhere, but it's a lot of places.
Yeah, I know for voiceover artists, the majority of them, if they're not movie stars already, the majority of them have been white. So I think it's an area that's just getting broken into. Now,
can I say something about that? Because this is another big thing that happened during the pandemic. It was found out that there were a lot of African American animated characters who were being played by whites.
Thank you.
And when that was found out, people were very not okay with that, especially because there were Black people looking for these opportunities. So I think there was a character on, was it one on Family Guy? Twin, was that
no,
one?
It's Big Mouth. It was Big Mouth. It was Big
It wasn't just Big Mouth, it was Cleveland.
That from Family Guy, right? He's from Family Guy, right?
Yeah, from Family Guy. It was the Cleveland show.
Yeah.
And the main guy was a white guy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I just knew about Big Mouth because Big Mouth's really big, and it was a really big thing that there was a little Black girl on the show, and she wasn't the voice person wasn't Black at all, so they did that during the pandemic as well. Brought in a really cute little Black girl who actually was a writer on the show.
Oh, wow.
And so she got promoted into that space to do the voiceover work.
How did you get interested in, what made you decide, okay, I'm singing with all these people. You guys, you have to hear her voice on her single cover. But how did you decide you were interested in that?
I know, right? It's always been there. I think I just denied it. I felt weird. I'm gonna be honest. People used to laugh at me because I knew more Broadway musical songs than I knew gospel songs. Hymns would come on and everybody would say, Mookie, tell us the next word. And I would be like, Jesus. You know, I don't know. That always works. I don't know. But I was different. And it's a part of who I am called to be in the earth. And so I'm just ready, and I'm finally completely walking into that. I've just always been drawn to it. I don't know how to say, my voice has always been perfect for it without any effort, without trying. I used to try to sing what I considered gospel-y back in the day. My throat would be hurting. I would see blood. And I'm just not built for all of that growling stuff. I love it, but that's not me. And it's okay. Because even gospel music, in a lot of ways, the sound has changed. And what happened is me being completely myself, I was able to be a part of some of the new sounds that came into the industry on records and stuff over the last 5 years or so, where that really clear, you know, almost piercing type of sound was starting to be accepted. When before that meant that you could only do mainstream. Like, you don't have a gospel voice, and it was like, well, what does that even mean? You know, so a lot of that changed as well. But I finally said, okay, I'm gonna put up a video one day, and I'm gonna do a Disney song because that's what I want to do, and I'm gonna mix it with, you know, a gospel song because that's what I want to do. I was so scared, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what people are gonna say. This is what, and that's what started it. I put up several singing videos before. It was like, okay, that's cool. When I put that up, everything shifted.
Mookie, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Can you? I mean, MK. Can you give us a little bit? Can I put you on the spot? Can you sing a little bit of that?
Okay.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Okay. I got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got who's its and what's its galores. You want thingamabobs? Well, I got plenty, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. See, I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing.
Oh, Mookie. Oh, that was fantastic.
I'm a little scratchy today, but
no, it was absolutely perfect. What was that from? What Disney?
So that was from that was Ariel. That was from The Little Mermaid, Part of the World. That's the first song they did.
Oh my gosh, Mookie, that is so amazing. I remember
thank
we
you.
wanted to do, and it could still happen. I don't know. We were talking about doing a show on girls, and we were talking to Mookie about that. But some things have come up recently, so
Let's do it.
knows?
Come on,
Who
let's do it.
knows?
We can include
Oh,
puppets,
but Mookie,
all type of stuff. Let's have fun.
yeah, puppets. Now you work in puppet work too?
Yes. I want to say hi to my aunt. My Aunt Robin is on here. Hi, Aunt Robin. Speaking of lightness, she got me these earrings for my birthday, actually. You see my earrings, Aunt Robin?
My sister makes earrings. We're gonna
Ooh. Oh, my goodness.
From Mac Artistry today.
Gorgeous.
Today,
we'll have to get you some.
Yeah,
please send me some. Absolutely gorgeous. So you were saying what I do with puppetry. Yeah, so I'm the creative director at my church, Spirit of Faith Christian Center, with Dr. Mike Freeman and Dr. Dee Dee Freeman. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Shout out to my church.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
Where
I've
is
done
that?
a lot of things.
Where is that?
It's in Brandywine, Maryland.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
Apostle Mike and Dr. Dee Dee. Yeah, and I'm at the Brandywine location. So they hired me to do a lot of stuff in children's ministry and to creative direct, to do different events and things like that. What we're really focusing on right now is a lot of things with puppets, and I'm creating a cast. And we're looking to do a series on YouTube, just teaching children different things about life and kingdom living, but through song and through dance and, storytelling and all of that type of stuff. So I'm really, really excited. I just love it. You know how there's just things that you just love? I just do. And it's almost like I'm a children animator whisperer. Like, I just get it. I hear melodies all day. I know what works for kids. I don't know. It brings my heart so much joy. Like, I just love it.
Wow.
I heard you were also an animal whisperer.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
They love me. They love me. So nature. It's like I don't love all the things that could go on as far as messing up my hair and like sometimes the heat. But at the same time, I do love animals. So we kind of find our middle ground, with the two. But I just love them. Again, it's something that's just always been dear to my heart. I'll go up to them. I'll have conversations. I'll whisper sweet nothings in their ears about, I don't know, the forest. But I just feel very alive when I connect with them again. That probably sounds like I'm a Disney princess, but yeah, I love them. When I get my, family and we get land and stuff, I want horses. I want multiple dogs. Yeah, I want to be able to give a percentage of my income to elephants that need ears. I don't know. You know how there's all those, things you can join. I want to be able to do that. I just love it. And I think, again.
Sing to them too?
Yes.
I sure do. Yes, they do. I went fishing and we were having a hard time getting the fish to come. And I was like, okay, everybody step back. Let me do what I need to do. Stood over the boat and they were just like, Mookie, get out of here. But yeah, I love it.
Did the fish come after you started singing? This is what I want to know.
Yeah, not immediately, not as fast as I wanted to because the camera was on, but they did come eventually. Yes, eventually they did.
That's a spiritual gift, girl.
See, I told you guys, didn't I tell you this girl thinks out of the box? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you she's one of a kind? And it's refreshing to hear it because, and this is what we need to see, especially in entertainment. We need to see some people like Mookie who are MK.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because I don't know if I'll ever be able to get that one right. But MK has we need to see that, yes, that's diversity to me. To see someone like you who's into animals and into Disney characters. Now, who is your favorite Disney character?
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Ariel's up. Ariel or Belle. I like Ariel and Belle's from Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you like superhero too? Because I love superheroes.
I do like superheroes. I'm not into them as much, but I really do like superheroes. And when I think about them, I think about our gifts, our spiritual gifts. And I always consider when we operate in that space that we are our own superheroes, our own versions of superheroes in the world. And so that's what I think about superheroes. I love them, just don't know as much about that whole
about them. Yeah, you really are a Disney princess. I mean, for real. Every time we see you, I'm like, there she is. she's a Disney princess. So
She is.
she's dressed. I mean, you look like a doll anyway.
Oh.
100%.
Yeah.
So MK, you're working with these puppets. So are you writing? Are you scripting out the
Yes,
the
sir.
stories? So is that a whole new area for you? Have you always been writing in that way?
Yeah, well, I went to school for music. I went to Hampton University and got a degree in vocal performance for my undergrad. And then I went to New York and I studied at a conservatory called AMDA for musical theater. And then from there, I mean, I've always kind of written things. And again, like I said, been into all of this, and I would always hear melodies. But in this particular season, I guess to say over the last 2 to 3 years, I started writing like scripts, like complete scripts, getting involved with what I wanted the scoring to be, what I wanted the scoring to sound like. And because I do so many things, I'll come into a place and I know what costumes need to be worn. I'll know where the music needs to be. I'll be able to write. If somebody something happen, I can step in and do the voice part. So I love all of it, the entire world. It's all the pieces matter, so totally.
That's amazing.
Well, we've got influential people on here too. So you guys, let's think about Mookie and MK and get her in some of these areas.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some friends that probably we should call that you cast too.
Because for young kids, I mean, there's just not enough, I think, good programming, or especially for young Black kids. So,
I would agree
kids of
with that.
color, period.
Kids of color, and also faith-based. Artists as well too. So that's really good.
I've got a friend who's got I'm gonna put you with Stacey Evans Morgan.
Okay.
She's a writer. She did what is she? The
little
PJs, and she has something on BET right now.
We did a story with her.
Yeah, she did Moesha too, I believe. So
well, I'm talking about the book, the children's.
She did the
book.
Parkers.
Yeah, the Parkers.
Oh, the Parkers.
But I don't want to talk about that one quite because I don't know if it's out. So you know how that is. You can't say everything about everything.
I love y'all too. I would love to connect with any of these people. I'm ready, y'all. I've been pushing and doing this, like my twin said, for a few years now. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, there's my cousin just came on, Stacy the Songbird, who does those reviews, Diana Ross reviews.
Oh yes, that you were telling me about. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Yeah, she's got a couple of other ones, but she goes to Bahrain and she's been in Japan. She lived there for quite a while, just doing these shows.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, so gosh, we're just so excited for you, and we want to play a little bit of your song Cover again.
Okay.
Shelby says she can't get it.
Well, it's just it takes,
Oh, so she's
sorry.
She's gonna try.
Okay.
To get that
Little
one,
moment.
Sis, you're
I don't
okay.
get prepped with enough time for us to figure how to.
Well, Mookie, then let's talk about makeup one more time, darling.
Ooh, let's do it.
Yes, for a fully melanated woman like yourself, tell me some of your secrets and what you're wearing, because I wear a lot of Fenty now.
Ooh,
okay. I love it.
I want to know what you think about Fenty too. I'll say a big secret is, as a Black woman, an African American woman, you want to always make sure you have at least 2 shades to go back and forth from, as far as your foundation, not even the powder, whatever cream or liquid you use, and not just for season changes, but also just to add layers to the face. A lot of times, there's women who are a little lighter in their T-zone area, and then like to be warmed up around the perimeter, but beyond that, that season change will get you every time. You go on vacation, you get a little tan, you come home, or even on vacation, that one foundation stick may not match. So just go back and forth between 2. I would just say that's a huge secret. Always make sure you have 2.
Yeah, that's a really good secret. I hadn't thought about that. I have 2 on now.
Yeah.
2 of Fenty, and there's some others that I use. But I get so excited now because when I was coming up, there was no foundation, there were no lipsticks.
Yeah.
And
I actually see a lot of older pictures, and I'm thinking, that's my girl. She looks so fly, and I'm like, why do all these brown skin, dark skin women look like their foundation color was wrong? That's a trend I see in a lot of older pictures of some of these legends. And I said, I don't think that they had the makeup. And I've heard
they did.
interviews with some of the greats, and they talk about that with hair. People were on set and didn't know what to do with Black girls' hair and with their makeup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Iman started her line. She's the superstar, and I could see you loving her.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite supermodel. Naomi, she's queen too, but that Iman is just a different type of grace.
Yeah,
she just sits in it. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, she's a diva.
Queen.
She's got to be. Oh, honey, and she's got her line on QVC or whatever. She's just making it all work. But she said that she had to, when she went out, they would never have her color on set. And so she was taking a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
To make
That's how people started asking her and stopping her on the street. Oh, Stacey's talking about fashion fair as well. Yeah, those were the lines that we had back in that day. So it was I'm glad to see we've come a long way in that. I know, like, I could only wear one kind of lipstick. Now, people see me, I'll wear any color.
And I love it.
Because I get so excited about it all. So, yeah, I mean, I'm so happy for you in your career, especially in this area of voiceovers. And tell us anything that you're doing now for the future with your beautiful self. Tell us what's going on right now with you.
Okay. Well, let's talk about my nonprofit really quickly. It's called Airborne Charity Incorporated. And it's catered to teen girls in the community. I do this really, really big closet giveaway. I try to do them once a year where I call all of my celebrity girlfriends and play aunties and play, mamas from all over. And I ask them to raid their closets and ship me all the things that they no longer wear or new things that still have tags on it, things from ex-boyfriends that have bad energy on them. Send them to me, send them to me, send them to me. And they mail them to me. I get my team, we pray over everything. We look through everything to make sure things are in great condition and that they're age appropriate. And then from there, I connect with a venue. We put everything up. We make it look boutique style. And the girls are able to come in and take everything for free. It's called the Pre-Loved Closet Giveaway. All the items have been pre-loved, and they're for you. So it's the PLCG. So that's really exciting. And then we added something else to our list. I did an event in December called OBGY Me. Because I remember how it was for me going through some of these changes in the body and not having anybody to talk to, knowing that there are moms who don't know how to have certain conversations with their daughters. And so you're getting hygiene advice from your little friend at school, and now both of y'all walking around not giving out the best fragrances in the world. And so I just, wanted to help young girls and create a safe space to ask questions. I'm feeling like this in my body. What do I do with this? What? And so that was really, really successful. I had a lot of support in the industry. That was a lot of fun. We plan on doing that again. And so, I love connecting with young ladies.
And what's the name of the of your organization again? That does
Airborne, like you're born in air, like HEIR. Airborne Charity.
Yeah, people are loving that. So you've got to tell us when you're going to need the clothes and the address. Because we've got all kinds of people on here saying that it's so great, and that they would, like my cousin Stacy and so many other people asking, when this is going to happen, because they would like to donate. That would be great. I mean, even if we wanted to buy a little something and put it in there, we could. I guess, girls. So please, let us know. And Mookie, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That means so much. You are a legend, okay? Every time I get to be around you and talk to you, you're just so pretty and you're brown, so you make me feel happy to be brown. And you're so fly, but just the opportunity to, have access to you, I've never, ever taken for granted. I have always honored you and who you represent as a woman. And as a Black woman in this industry, you are who you are. And, I just appreciate the access. I love your whole family, all of you.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to see what you do next. Tell us about where we can find you on Instagram, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff, because I know you're going to get a lot of followers.
Yay. On Instagram, I am MK Ngenge. That's M as in Mary, K as in kite, then Ngenge. You can follow me there. On Facebook, I am MUMEN and then parentheses. I have Mookie and then that same last name NGE. On Twitter, I am also MK Ngenge. On TikTok, I am also MK Ngenge. And so you guys can find me there. In my link and my bio section for Instagram, you can find everything else. My website with my merchandise, my YouTube channel, my SoundCloud link, all that good stuff.
Oh, okay, well, I'm extremely proud of you. We're going to catch up with you again, girl.
Okay.
To find out what you're doing. We got to get you. We want to see you in some great voiceovers. You got the song?
Yeah, I've just been waiting.
Okay, well, let's play the song Covered.
Woo!
Hear this beautiful voice.
Yep.
So let me tell you what I learned a long time ago. Remember who you are and who's the one who told you so. When it seems like all is lost, trying to find your way. Know you got it inside me. Know you're safe. What is a lie? I ain't scared. I am the chosen little when it seems that I'm surrounded in despair, I look around and realize that you are. All together for your girl, keeps working. Either way, no matter where we win. All together for
What a voice. You guys got to get out there and support MK. I forgive me for not saying that, but I love her and she's Mookie to me. But you guys, thank you so much, and we're gonna get in touch with you again and see what's going on. And just thank you for everything.
You're so
Love you.
welcome. Love you guys.
Love
Thank
you.
you. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, what's
Thank
up?
you so much for watching Carfitable
Yes,
Talks.
thank you.
Please remember to press that like button, and we need you to subscribe. And also,
Leave some comments. Really need to hear from you.
thank you.